when we're looking at section 1.4, we're going to look at angles and their measures. There's a bunch of vocabulary here, but I wrote down all the definitions for you. Let's go over it. The angle consists of two different rays that have the same initial point. Let's draw a picture. So we've got this, all of this stuff will be on quizzes. Okay, so an angle is a ray, two different rays. What? There's one in the box on your table. What are you?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. The rays are the sides of the angles, and the initial point is called the vertex. Okay, angles that have the same measure are called congruent angles. We're no longer talking while I'm talking. It's annoying. A point is in the interior of an angle if it is between the 2 points. So this would be interior. This would be what? Exterior. Okay. An acute angle, it's cute. It's between 0 and 90. A right angle is 90 degrees. Looks like an L. Okay, an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. Obtuse, it's like obese. It's fat. It's bigger than 90 and less than 180. And a straight angle is 180. Protractor postulate. So you might want to write this down on your postulate and theorem sheets. Consider a point A on one side of OB, and the ray of the form OA can be matched 1 to 1. Okay? The measure of AO denotes the measure of AOB. Is equal to the absolute value of the difference between the real numbers. Angle addition postulate. If you have two angles and they're right next to each other, if you add them up, it equals the whole thing. Let's draw a picture of that. So if we have okay, we know CDB plus BDA adds up to be CDA. Does that make sense?
No.
You don't get that this angle added to this angle gives you this angle?
Oh. It's like that.
Yeah. All right. We are going to talk about naming angles now. Here, let me make this. We're going to talk about naming angles. Okay? Angles can be named in a couple of different ways. First, we've got angle A, B, C. We can also call this angle C, B, A. In very rare occasions, we could just call this angle B. Notice what is always here and in the center of all of them.
B.
B.
B. The vertex has to be in the middle. If the vertex is not in the middle, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Somebody give me a name for the next angle. Yes, Dana.
Angle L, M, N.
L, M, N. Somebody else. Quentin.
Angle N, M, L.
N, M, L. One last one. Samantha?
M.
Angle M. Very rarely can you use angle M. I could use it in this case because there's no other angles up there. If you cannot pay attention, I'm going to have to move your seats. Okay, next. I know it's a straight line, but can somebody give me a name of it? Somebody that hasn't gone yet? Should I call on you randomly?
Yes.
David? Want to give it to you?
Line XYZ.
XYZ, we're going to call it angle XYZ. I know it is a line. It would be how many degrees if it's a straight line? 180. Can somebody give me another name for this? Somebody that hasn't gone. Yes, Zayla.
ZYX.
ZYX. And somebody want to give me the last one? Let's say it together. What's the last one?
Y.
Okay. Now, you can only use the one letter if it's the only angle up there. Is that clear?
No.
So if there's no points X and Z, you just use angle Y.
Yeah. Okay, watch. Zayla, if I added okay, if I'm talking about angle B, do I mean this angle? Do I mean this angle? Or do I mean the whole thing if I say angle B? We don't know. That's why you can't do that. You'd have to say DBC or CBD if you mean the whole thing, or DBA or ABD. Okay? So if it's the only angle up there, you can use the vertex. Otherwise, you have to give me 3 points. Okay? All right. Ready for example 2?
Yes.
Angle addition. What do you think angle addition means? It means adding 2. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay. We want to know, for A, what is the measure of angle A, B, C? How are we going to figure that out?
Add something.
What is that added together? So the measure, we always put M in front of it. Angle A, B, C equals what? What's 57 plus 75? 132. And you got to put the little degrees at the end. All right. We're looking for L, M, N. So we want to find the measure of angle L, M, N. What is it? What does that little square mean right there? 90. Samantha, you want to tell me what the whole thing total together is? 120. She did 90 plus 30. Okay. XYZ is collinear. That means it's on a what?
Same line.
If it's all on the same line, how many degrees is that? Okay, so this whole thing is 180 degrees. I want to know what the measure of X, Y, angle X, Y, W is. How would I figure that out? I know Dana isn't the only one that knows this. How would I figure this out? If we know the whole thing, yes, Ajane? If I want to know what this angle is, Derek, you want to help her out? Yeah.
You subtract it.
Subtract. So you take 180 minus 35. What do we get, guys? 145 degrees. Does that make sense? The whole thing's 180. You want to know what part of it is? You take it away. Okay. I'm going to hold up my arms for a second. If I'm like this, what would you classify my angle of my arms? 180 straight. What about this? What about this? And what about this? Okay. Let's draw some pictures. Obtuse angles. Yes, I like that. All right, we're going to plot these points. E is 4, 0. F is 3, 2. G is 1, 0. H is negative 1, negative 2. H is negative 1, negative 2. I is negative 1, positive 2. Okay, now we're going to draw some angles and we're going to tell what they are. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. First, H, G, F. What do you think that is? Straight. Okay. E, F, G. E, G, oops, I. Obtuse. Obtuse has an S, not a C. Okay. F, G, I. I'm guessing that's right. How would we figure out? We know right angles meet at 90 degrees. Therefore, they're perpendicular. Do you guys remember this from algebra? If two lines are perpendicular, we put this right here. But we also know that their slopes are the opposite. So if the slope of this line is negative 2, the slope of this line would be 1/2 if they're perpendicular. And we'll talk more about that as we move on. Oh, okay, last one. H, G, I. I'm guessing that's right as well. To figure it out again, we'd have to find the slopes. Okay, I'm going to let you guys do E and F on your own. And we'll go over that tomorrow. The distance formula you're going to use for examples, example 4, A and B. I want you guys to try that right now. Try to do the distance formula on your own. And then we will go over that first thing tomorrow. Square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. All right, I am going to put up your writing. And once you're done with these two little problems at the bottom and your writing, then you can start your homework. Any questions before we move on? So we know we have to list an angle with 3 points with a vertex in the middle. We know the difference between obtuse, straight, acute, and right. We know what angle addition postulate means. And we learned a lot today.